A good Caesar salad is surprisingly hard to find. It has a reputation for being tricky amongst home cooks. Bottled salad dressings are not usually worth your time, and restaurants tend to be hit or miss. A really good Caesar salad, however, is actually pretty easy to make if you have a couple of tricks up your sleeve. It's also quick, inexpensive, and it should definitely be a part of your cooking repertoire. A Caesar salad has three major components: a crunchy lettuce, toppings like Parmesan or Croutons that add texture to the finished salad, and a creamy emulsified dressing that features lemon, garlic, and anchovies. We're gonna first look at the lettuce and the toppings, and then we'll come back to the dressing, which will take up the majority of our time. The classic lettuce that you use for Caesar salad is romaine, sometimes also called cos lettuce. You can identify them because they have these long, large heads with firm and crunchy leaves. Besides being a vehicle for your dressing, that's the main thing that your lettuce is contributing to your salad: crunch. So if you can't find romaine or cos lettuce, you can use another type of lettuce, but you want to make sure that you're choosing something that's crunchy. If you use a lamb's ear lettuce or baby spinach, then it's just going to wilt right underneath the weight of the dressing. A classic Caesar salad is topped with things like croutons and Parmesan cheese and freshly ground black pepper. And strictly speaking, these toppings are not necessary to make a Caesar salad. However, they do add texture to the finished salad, which is one of the keys of making a salad that you really enjoy eating. Okay, the dressing. It has a reputation for being tricky, but it does not need to be. The classic Caesar salad dressing is an emulsified sauce made with a raw egg yolk. An emulsion is when you mix together two liquids that don't want to go together, like oil and water, into one smooth sauce. To accomplish this, however, you need something to bind those things together and act as the glue between those two different components. In a Caesar salad, that is what the egg yolk is for. The egg yolk attracts both the oil and the water components, helping them to combine into a smooth and creamy salad dressing. In this version, however, we're going to make the emulsification process way easier by skipping the raw egg yolk entirely and using mayonnaise instead. Now, mayonnaise is already a shelf-stable emulsified ingredient made up of eggs and oil, which are the main ingredients that give a Caesar salad dressing that creamy body. To that, we're just going to be adding a little bit more oil to help along with the emulsification process and give it the right texture, and then the anchovies, lemon, and garlic, and all of the ingredients that make a Caesar salad taste like a Caesar salad. Now, I want to make a case for anchovies. Anchovies are full of umami. And umami is one of the 5 different tastes that we experience, along with salty, sweet, bitter, and sour. Whenever we are eating something that has umami, our brains are sending a signal to our bodies, letting us know that we are about to be receiving some good protein, like cooked meat. And since those anchovies are blended throughout the dressing, they're dispersed all throughout the salad, making the salad actually taste more filling than a salad typically is. Ultimately, when you incorporate anchovies into a dressing, it's not going to taste like anchovies, it's just going to taste really good. The thing that can be tricky about emulsification, however, is that you have to mix together the oil components and the water components at the right speed. If you don't, then the oil and the water will separate back out and your sauce will fall apart. It's not a difficult skill to master per se, it just takes some practice, and even the most seasoned cooks mess it up from time to time. So let's see how this recipe rates with our 4 criteria. How easy is it to find the ingredients? How inexpensive is it to make? How simple will it be to put it together? And how easily can I scale it up to feed a crowd? All of these ingredients are easy to find and available at your standard grocery store. Overall, this is not an expensive recipe. 1 or 2 of the ingredients, like the Parmesan, can be a bit pricier, but you will be using a relatively small quantity of it, so that ingredient will outlast the amount you need for the recipe. The most challenging thing about this recipe is using a blender. You can do it. Since the dressing is made out of shelf-stable mayonnaise and not egg yolk, you can make this dressing in larger quantities and keep it in the refrigerator for up to a week. So by all means, it would be easy to make a large amount of Caesar salad for a crowd. Hit like and subscribe for more recipes and videos, and I'll see you next time.